Hello gamers, this is Fury coming at you with Clive's top 5 tips for relative improvement. I had recently reached, well, at least it was a little bit ago, I had hit Tekken God Supreme with Clive, and I figured, okay, I actually had learned quite a bit since the forward 1+2 nerfs. So I figured I could actually go out here, maybe give some tips as for what people might need to actually do with this character. So right here in this stage, my first tip is actually going to be alternative ways to raise Zen Tetsuken. You're probably like, oh, well, okay, I already know like his main moves. I already know this. I already know this. But something that I wanted to bring up too is the idea of like, when we know that we can break the floor, we often can use that. But another way that I noticed that is actually kind of, it's a little bit slick, but it's pretty helpful, is like, let's say if you score a normal hit, and then get into a combo, and then do forward 2, that gets you a ton of meter. And then this is the other point I'm going to get into, is when you do this and hold this back, this is actually a supremely good tool. Now you'll notice as like other players, who actually play Clive, who like to build this meter, often try to use this as their main wall extender, because getting that little extra meter is pretty nice, like so. And then you can do this, and you get a full bar of meter. So that's definitely my first tip. But my second tip, tip number 2, it is this wall combo. So this is actually pretty interesting because you can use this to end in multiple ways. So this right here, when you activate Heat, doesn't get you the full damage of the other stuff, but you could do that for just a little bit of gauge and a little more Oki, or you could end it with Leviathan, which does the most amount of damage. I'd say this string is very strong, probably where Clive gets a majority of his damage, if I'm not mistaken. Like, look at that. That is insane man damage. You could also use it after the bound as well. So yeah, definitely use your heat. Tip number 3 is gonna be Shiva. So this is very important because you just throw that out there and you can kind of delay it. So oftentimes you'll notice, okay, I'm +8. This is a 17 frame move. So if you score a jab, this is actually going to frame trap. So it's often a guessing game whether or not they actually want to press at this or not. But you can see here kind of where Clive hand sparks. So if you just practice this a little bit and see where the timing is, you can just perfectly release it or release it slightly earlier, and that'll frame trap somebody and catch them. And what's nice about that, and you're about to see this here, is that it is right in range of Ramu. So that is tip number 3. Tip number 4. Let me set good old Dragon off here to block. Block. Block all. Okay. So this. Often a +1 move. What's really cool about this is sometimes because you're +1, I like doing the 1+2 here, because this will get a heat engage if they try to do anything faster than a jab. But let's say if they do a jab and you're +1 here, you can get away with that. So for example, set you to punish after 2 hits. So, at the wall. Yeah, that is a very good tool. You gotta be a little quick on the timing because the first time it clashed, but yeah. This is definitely something that's really good. And then my final tip is use Leviathan. Now, back one, this right here, is a good move, but it is -3 on block. Now Leviathan can be blue sparked with 22 or for 42 damage. Now that's the same with his low, actually, if you've noticed. But the thing about Leviathan and the way that Leviathan ends up wall splatting against the wall is leading to some very good scaling. It's something that you wouldn't really expect, but like, okay, let's just do this combo, for example. Insane man damage. You could also use it like this, get a little bit of that Oki, not that bad. Yeah, I don't know. Use Leviathan. Oh yeah, and definitely be sure to practice his counter hit conversion with Leviathan specifically as well. I feel like it's probably Clive's most underrated tool at the moment, but like, let me set him to counter hit. Okay. Yeah, like you could do something like that, or you could do... And like, notice how important that will be in actually, like, getting down some of his combos. Like, you might be able to get a heat extension there, you might be able to get wall, hit more Zen Tetsuken, and with that, that's pretty much going to be it. I don't know, I just wanted to quick drop this. Think about a few tips that might help you out. This is the stuff that helped me out, at least. I'm still working on improving with the character, and if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!